is a difference between you and me. We both looked into the abyss. But when it looked back at us, you blinked.
Hi guys, Gravy here, and this is a DC Legends video. In this video, I am going to hold true to my promise after doing the top 10, which got some people like, what are you thinking? We're gonna say I'm weird, I'm a different thinker. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe I lost my mind and just overcorrected. But check out the video if you want to know how much I might have overdone it. But now, to hold true to the promise, I am going to give you my top 5 healers in the game. It wasn't as easy as I thought it would be. There aren't that many in the game, but I'm going to start off with these honorable mentions here. And then go through the top 5. One of them, I admit, is probably a sentimental pick. But before we get into that, I drop DC Legends videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Marvel Future Revolutions videos every Tuesday, Thursday, and Raid Shadows videos weekly. So please like, please subscribe, and if you don't like it, hit subscribe and hit dislike. I'm okay with that as well. Now, these two are getting honorable mentions. One is Zatanna. Zatanna's A3. She's not useful in end-game at all. She's barely useful in mid-game and probably not really late mid-game. She's useful in early game and early mid-game. There's a lot of categories I just put in there. But after that, she loses her usefulness. I took her 70-11. That was a mistake. If you are using her, I would say there's no reason to really take her above 60-10 if you have to. And you may not have to. She does have a great heal. The problem with her heal is that it does not overheal. That's the issue. Her A3 hits pretty hard and she purges buffs. So she's a good hero overall, but just she can't make it in top 5. White Lantern Sinestro, a lot of you will be like, well, he's an awesome toon. He is an awesome toon. And he is a great healer. And there would be debate for him to be number 5 over the one I put number 5. However, I see him as more of a reviver than a healer. I think he's one of the best revivers in the game. Ooh, there's a top 5 reviver list out there that I need to make, isn't there? Now, self-revive or team revive? That's the question. But yeah, so I see him more as a reviver, and he does heal, and he does give mins. However, that's not why I would be bringing him. Like, if I'm not running him at lead, then I'm not running him. And then at lead, if I'm running him, it's because of revive, and I won't be running him for revive and in-game PvP. At least not 90% of situations, unless I'm just making an obnoxious team that can survive anything, and I just want to win. I don't care about the star count. So you don't bring him, you only bring him in lead in those situations where you want your team to be able to revive over and over and over again. And you don't think of him as a healer, even though he is a pretty good healer in the game. So that being said, these are the honorable mentions. Starting up at number 5. Number 5, I admit, is a sentimental pick. However, I think he's a great healer, or he was one of the best in the game until someone else came. And that is Black Lightning. Ooh, I'm wondering what people are going to say about it, but Black Lightning himself, I'll go through his kit very quickly. In fact, it doesn't have to be that quick because this video is going to be completely dedicated to those healers. So, Black Lightning. On his A1 special damage and apply 3 int downs to an enemy. Double damage if Black Lightning is overhealed. I used to love those extra abilities when overhealed toons like Bane. I think Stripe even has one. And I would run them with another healer that is on this list somewhere. And so then we would all just start off like bosses. Then on his A2, heavy overheal and purge 2 debuffs from an ally. Apply an overheal to the rest of the team is a legendary point. And on top of that, that ability actually had that heal has the ability to crit. So it can actually, if you have high crit chance ups, then it'll heal for even more. And it took me forever to realize like that I was playing with it for like 6 months before I even realized that was a thing. Then his A3, Electric Blast. Special damage and always purge 6 buffs from an enemy. Apply a light overheal to all allies for each buff purged, which was awesome. But then here's the reason why I have the sentimental tie to Black Lightning. Before they made Hal Jordan the anti-Harley Quinn, which was in April 2019, it was right around when Black Adam got his rework. I think the following month or the month after, Green Lantern had his rework as well. And the only way before that you could take care of Harley Quinn from a mid-game perspective was I had Lex, Assault Suit Lex, and I had Black Lightning. And the idea was back then that was like 2 Harley Quinn reworks ago. And when she would enrage, she would do her enrage like Eclipso does. So at the beginning, she would try to enrage you, but it wasn't 50-50 that she would enrage everyone or no one. It's like Eclipso does now. It's 50-50 for each. So you would have two of your tunes enraged and the 2 not, or none of them enraged, or 3 of them. You know what I mean? So that's how it would go. I would take Assault Suit Lex and I would take Black Lightning into the battle because Assault Suit Lex on his A3 has a 100% hit chance, or plus 100% hit chance on his A3, which means that he just literally can't miss Harley Quinn. And then you also had Electric Blast, which even if the attack missed, it would always purge 6 debuffs or 6 buffs, which would get rid of the taunt and some of her evasion, and we would be good. So that was my solution for Harley Quinn back in the day. That's why I kind of have like a sentimental value towards him. But I think he's also like an awesome tune in and of itself. On his A4 P1, 29%, 35% if I had it ringed out, to apply stun to an enemy when it deals damage to Black Lightning. To me, even at this 29%, that procced a lot more than 29% in my view, but it is what it is. Probably just me having rose-colored glasses on. Then, passive ability at the beginning of teammate's turn, 100% if I ringed it out, 95% chance to apply 25% true heal if teammates' HP is below 50%. That is awesome. Absolutely awesome. Maybe I should be using him more, honestly. I said that with like every tune that I put on. Anyway, reduce cooldown of Supercharge, which is his A2, by 1 when Energy Aura activates. Boom. There you go. So that's Black Lightning. He was the only energy healer in the game when he came out, and then someone kind of ruined that for him, or one that was decent to use. So going on to number 4, we're going to go to Mera. Mera has a very similar kit to White Lantern Sinestro, if I'm being honest, after like going back and reading through this stuff. Special damage to an enemy, gain 5 mins if you ring it out. Call assist if there are 10 plus mins in Mera's team. So that means that anybody on the team, if all of the mins equal up to 10 or more, then she's going to call assist. Then Favor of the Sea. Favor of the Sea. Okay. Light over heal and apply 8 mins to target if I had it ringed out. Apply damage immunity. That damage immunity looms large, especially if you're trying to heal a target. You put the damage immunity on them, give them a chance for those mins to activate and heal them up. Absolutely great. On the A3, heal heavy special damage to an enemy, 3% increased damage per min on Mera's team, max 60%. Apply heal immunity and 20% turn meter down. This hits like an absolute truck. And I'll never forget, and this is so sad that there are like events and stuff that I remember. I was in Zurich Hauptbahnhof, Zurich main station, train station. And I was playing Mera and Etrigan. I might have told the story in another video. And we were deadlocked. I didn't have Mera at the time. I only had Etrigan, and Etrigan could not knock her down. And Mera was not taking him out. And that thing went on for like 10, 15 minutes. And I think I just had to end up like retreating from the battle. But I could not kill her. All right, so Ebb and Flow. 80% chance, 100% chance when fully ringed out to apply 2 mins to team if 2 or more allies take damage from a single attack, basically AoE attack. Plus 1 min for each ally taking damage, plus 5 mins on a random teammate. So she's handing out the mins like Halloween candy. Now, Slipstream, passive ability, and that will be booked up to 100% chance to apply agility ups and affinity resistance ups to each team. When they heal from mins, apply 15% turn meter up. That's kind of like a block. But 15% turn meter up is cool for the entire team itself. That legendary point is what makes it worth it. Like the passive ability itself, I could take it or leave it, the agility ups and the affinity up. Although I might be being a little bit too harsh on agility ups. It does help you with dealing with physical damage, but it makes you a little bit tougher to take care of. But yeah, I really like that because of the passive ability. So Mera comes in at number 4 on my list of top 5 healers. Next on this list is Star Sapphire. She is an absolute beast. The story I will tell you from when I first, and I think I only have, do I have her Black Lantern costume? because I didn't want it. It was gross. But I used to run her with Flash because, and let me go ahead and go through her kit and then I'll explain that. So special damage and apply 2 strength downs and 2 int downs if I ring that out to an enemy. Strike twice if Star Sapphire is overhealed. That just gave me an idea for another team composition. With that Black Lightning, with that Star Sapphire, with Bane, and then with the number 2 on this list. That might be fun to play around with. Anyway, down to Power of Love. This is an awesome heavy overheal. 15% shield to an ally. And Star Sapphire. Also purge 4 debuffs as a legendary point from each target. So both of them will lose 4 debuffs. Then you go on to Starfall. This, why haven't I ringed that out? 15% on 8 rings. Light special damage and apply 4 strength downs and 4 int downs to all enemies. Apply buff immunity to all allies, which is incredible. Why haven't I'm doing that. I'm doing that now. Boom, done. Still light special damage, but 15% damage. I'm not sneezing at that. 5% overheal and then int down. I kind of want to do that one as well. I'll do that one as well right now while we're here. Okay, so now Love Grows. Awesome ability. 70% chance to apply 3 mins and crit immunity to an ally if they get buffed. Now, this goes back to the Flash situation. When I was running Flash runs gains speed ups on his A1, and he has an A2 where he gains speeds up and purges debuffs. So I would just run Flash and just use his A1 and his A2 with Star Sapphire. And as he keeps buffing and getting faster and faster and faster, she was just tossing mins to him constantly over and over and over again. And it was an awesome pairing. So that also makes me think about other characters that sub-buff that are currently popular in the meta. Maybe I should be running her with him or them. He who shall not be named. All right, so yeah, there's that one. That's part of the reason that makes her great. And actually, there was another way that I would do it, which is running her with Barda. If you run her with Barda, Barda's buffing everyone, and then on top of that, with that amount of buffs going out, she would also be giving mins. I would put Donna Troy on that team, and then Donna Troy would convert some of those buffs into awareness. And so I think I would have Wally West actually running in that composition. And so then it would just be Wally West buffing and giving everybody 20% turn meter up. You would have Donna Troy, who's just handing out awareness, Star Sapphire, who was handing out all the mins, and then you had Barda, who was giving the stamina ups and taunting and. So it was a pretty good combination. All right, so then her last ability, passive ability, when Starfire dies, apply 70% true heal and 1 awareness to all allies. Also purge all debuffs. I think that's an incredible ability. Sadly enough, it has to happen when she dies, and I feel like 70% is a lot of true heal. Maybe I should go ahead and ring that out to full. I would ring that all the way out, put it that way, and I should. I've kind of ignored my Star Sapphire, and I shouldn't be doing that. All right, so number 2 is Enchantress. Enchantress, since her rework, has been incredible. She's been overshadowed by other leads that are better, like your Darkseids, like your Martian Manhunters, like your Cheetahs, but she is incredible at lead, and I think incredibly underrated. So, on her A1, special damage to an enemy, 75% chance when ringed out to apply silence, 75% chance to use Verse of Vitality. She also has all this other stuff that bounces off the kit from this end to that end, from this end to that end, which I think is incredible. I would use her with Bane, with Black Lightning, as I said before, because then Bane would do all of his out-of-turn hits and apply strength downs. Black Lightning would double his damage on his A1. So it was, and they had a very, 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 very high survivability rate. Because Bane, if you hit him anyway, he gives himself mins and he charges up. And then Black Lightning also had his, stun if you hit him, but also the heal on his A2, the stripping of the buffs and healing all the team on the A3. So it worked pretty well. Now, on the Verse of Vitality, medium overheal to all allies, 75% chance to apply damage immunity to all allies. Awesome. The damage immunity looms large and can be incredibly irritating when you run into an Enchantress team. Now, on the Mystical Maelstrom, I've never actually read that word out loud. Special damage to all enemies, and apply 3 strength downs and 3 intelligence downs to all enemies, which is incredible, right on alongside the Star Sapphire A3 ability. 75% chance to use Mystical Maelstrom when Enchantress is healed. So this, actually, I didn't really pay attention to that part. Oh, no, I did, because what would happen is she would heal herself on all these other abilities that are happening, and then she would use the Mystical Maelstrom when that was happening. Okay, yeah, that's what it was. Now, on the A4P1, Speak Enchantress, I think that books out to, let's see, 75, 79, 82, 85, 90% chance. 90% chance when ringed out to gain a light overheal whenever an ally is healed. Gain 15% turn meter, which is also incredible. Whenever an ally, or whenever 72% chance whenever an ally is healed. She's healing them all the time. And then team leader, every time a teammate receives damage, 75% chance when ringed out to apply medium overheal on that teammate. And then use Burst of Vitality, Vitality at the start of battle. So you start off basically with medium overheal, 75% and a 75% chance to have damage immunity. So before her rework, she didn't have that damage immunity. You would just start off with the overheal, and then that would let your Bane and your Black Lightning go nuts. But now with that damage immunity, it makes it even better because they can maintain that overheal unless you strip those buffs, and then they can go ham with their overheal skills. So I think she's an incredible lead. I should use her more often, as much as I'm saying that everyone underrates her. I might even take her L5/RB1 today. So we'll see. I'll think on that. All right, now on to number 1, which should be so obvious. It is Lex SS. And before we get into any of his kit, let me go back. Zatanna, farmable damn near everywhere. White Lantern Sinestro, not farmable. He might be in red alerts, but I'm pretty sure he's not. Wait, no. You know, let me check how many frags I have. Yep. I think he's in red alerts. I'm pretty sure he's in red alerts. Then you have Black Lightning, not farmable anywhere. Sorry, guys. Then you have Mera, also not farmable anywhere. Yeah, nope. Sorry, guys. Then you have Star Sapphire. She has a few nodes in campaign, but also very farmable in red alerts. Then you have Enchantress, not farmable anywhere. She had an event like a few months ago, so there's that. And then you have Lex, who's farmable all over campaign. Now, Lex is pretty obvious if you guys don't know already. I'm only doing this in case you're new to the game. But if you aren't new to the game, if you play the game for longer than a month, then you already know about Lex. If you're not farming his frags, farm them immediately. On the A1, heavy special damage to an enemy purges 4 buffs from enemy. Apply buff immunity on target. That's incredible. Should I? No. Apply 4 speed up and light overheal to all allies. Purge 2 buffs and apply 20% turn meter up to all allies. Awesome. Now on the A3, heavy special damage and 60% turn meter down to an enemy. Apply silence to the enemy and call assist is a legendary point. Team lead. Oh yeah, that's right, because he only has those 4 abilities. Team lead. All allies gain a medium overheal and 2 intelligence up if buffed. 50% chance, plus 50% crit chance and 10% turn meter up to all allies. He is, I mean, the debate whether he's the best lead or not goes between him and Martian Manhunter, and I usually say Martian Manhunter, but you can make an argument for Lex. Like, I can't really argue against it. So best lead in the game, best healer in the game. I think that was a pretty obvious conclusion to the list. So let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm off base. I'm pretty sure names I didn't mention, Raven, she would be great if she wasn't so slow and if she didn't hurt herself when she was healing you. Dr. Poison, who is the only physical that has a healing ability, she would be nice, I guess. I don't really use her that much. I do have her 70-11 now though, but I don't really use her. I haven't found a place for her to where she would replace any other healers. So in any case, those are the top 5 healers in DC Legends as of August 12th, 2021. So thank you guys for watching all the way through. Please like, please subscribe. Check out the links below. Help support the channel. See you guys next time.